Coach, obviously an opportunity for some of your younger defensive linemen to get some bowl reps. What have you seen from that group, and who's that mainly been?
Well, no question. The bowl game is great because you get those extra practices in, and a guy that's really kind of shined a little bit is Trayvon Marshall. And he's still a little bit inconsistent with a good day here, a bad day there, and trying to work through that. But that's a good part of the bowl practices that you get a chance to work with them and get more reps out of them. But he's got some explosion off the ball, and he's built some strength up over the season. So really looking forward to continuing to develop him and get him going. King Ani takes some snaps in there to keep him kind of fresh, as he's kind of a role guy that's got a couple of snaps in there through the course of the season. You also got Armando Cooley, who we're working on trying to keep his shoulder pads down because he's a large human being and got great strength. Just gets his pads up a little bit, and that'll ultimately get him in trouble when it's all said and done. And then Deontay Anderson is working at the defensive end spot along with Matai Matafa. And both of those guys are doing a great job of learning the techniques, because they have a lot that they do. They play a 5 or 4 and then bump down into the B gap from time to time. So all of that has been a great learning experience for them.
Obviously, you probably smiled a good bit yesterday with Calvin Dinkins and Travion Williams and Dante Russell. I know you still want to add to that group in February, but what was it like bringing those 3 guys in?
Those 3 guys plus Jacarius Clayton, was an outstanding day, and credit to the staff and everything. Everybody's got a hand in it and working the communication angles and everything that way. And Coach Leach said it, to stay persistent, and I think that's what we were able to do. And it's great when here at Mississippi State and you can get the defensive line guys in the state of Mississippi, and I think that speaks volumes. And they're very athletic, and I think they're going to do some great things for us. And of course, Jacarius going to be here at mid-year, so we get a chance to see him right away through spring practice. So it was a great day. I went over to Bob's and got me a super big concrete whatever thing they got there with some cookie dough in it. So it was pretty good.
What's your expectations as far as when you expect Jordan Davis back? You think he'll be able to do some things in the spring?
That's got to go with the training staff, and they got to kind of work that out. You obviously don't want a guy come back too early. So I'm not sure the timeline just yet, but I do know that he is ahead of schedule.
What about you look ahead and knock on wood, I know there's a long time between now and next September, and I know things can happen and kids can decide to leave, but on paper it looks like you're going to return your entire 2-deep defensive line, plus return Jordan, get him back in the mix. How do you mix? It's like Mike asked Tony Hughes a while ago. How do you mix in the bowl practices, making sure you get the younger guys rep, but also getting the focus on the bowl game with such an experienced group?
No question. The way Coach kind of structures the practice is that the older guys get a good majority of the reps in the early part, and then we kind of turn them loose, and then the young guys, they get a chance to do specific one-on-one reps. They get a chance to do specific team reps. To get them moving in the right direction. So as you go through the course of the year, you have your Thursday night football stuff that you do. That switches over to some Sunday night football stuff. And then now in the bowl game, bowl prep, they get a significant amount of the snaps. Now as we get closer to the bowl, they'll kind of alter just a little bit. And then now all of a sudden the older guys will start getting the majority of those reps. But these early reps and the early practices where we're trying to knock off some rust with the older guys, it's a great chance for the young guys to get some valuable reps in there. And